Still, there are many Parises, and some of them are hidden. Far from the millions who visit the city every year is a very different Paris.
This is a Paris everybody know, but now I'm gonna show you my Paris.
Meet Sebastien Foucan. He belongs to a new generation of performance artists. His art is called Freerunning, or in French, Parkour. It's a ballet over the rooftops and across an urban jungle.
A lot of people think parkour is a sport. Yes, it's physical, you know, but for me it's more like an art. You find some obstacle, and you just use your body with the obstacle. This is parkour.
Plainly, parkour is an art form for the very fit and young. It's to ballet what hip-hop is to Bach and Keats. And so it flourishes in the suburb of Évry, an immigrant community 25 miles from downtown Paris. Every modern city has its depressed areas, but in Paris, the social tensions are complicated by religion as well as race. The French citizens who live here come from former French colonies in North Africa. More Africans live in Paris than any other city outside Africa. Yet the street life of African cities seems far away, in a place where the architecture can seem designed to isolate. With unemployment among the young as high as 40%, and crime increasing each year, these ghettos are a cause of public outcry in France. But for Sebastien Foucan, this quirky cement jungle presented opportunities.
This is where I grew up, my playground. When we were kids, we play tag and all kind of game like this, and we practice parkour freerunning.
Sebastien and his friends were inspired by the 1960s architecture around them. They didn't find its utilitarian nature depressing at all. They envisioned movement and grace on a great big stage.
It's exactly like a big adventure. You see your city like a big story, and you can create your own adventure, you know. Like kids, you just say, follow me, oh, be careful, here there is crocodile. But there is no crocodile, but if you have imagination, you can go wherever you want.
Now 32 years old, Sebastien never abandoned his childhood dreams. He kept at it, perfecting his technique, elevating parkour from a trick to a way of life.
It's your spirit and your body, a way to help you to join both.
Sebastien is what the French call a traceur, not just an athlete, but a pathfinder. He calls parkour his discipline, a kind of French martial art.
A kind of Tai Chi, you know, Tai Chi Chuan. You know, it's just like a cat, you know, how you move with the environment. Try to make some movement very fluid. Fluid, like a cat.
Parkour has enabled Sebastien to bounce right out of the ghetto and into the wider world. He struts for the paparazzi and stars in commercials and blockbuster movies.
I know I work very hard for this. Nothing happened to me easily. I know where I come from. I never thought I would be where I am now. It's unbelievable.
What Sebastien has done is nothing less than a leap of the imagination. And it's imagination he wants to instill in the next generation.
Vous avez des questions?
Ouais, t'es un être humain?
Oui.
Vous avez des questions?
Ouais, je suis un être humain, c'est juste pour pratiquer un petit peu. C'est cool. Et là, tu sautes tout.
Many of his students come from troubled backgrounds. Sebastien doesn't expect them to become famous traceurs. He just hopes parkour can help them focus so they can find their own way.
Ouais, tout le monde va se servir du parcours vu que c'est libre, tu vois. Mais chacun va faire ce qu'il a envie de faire avec, tu vois. Et moi, ce que j'ai envie avant tout, à mon niveau, c'est que les gens comprennent c'est quoi le parcours. Vraiment la culture du parcours. Les trucs des sensations, les blocages, tous ces trucs-là, tout ce que nous on a toujours senti en fait. Tu vois, les peurs, les blocages, pourquoi j'arrive pas, pourquoi je veux faire ça et que j'arrive pas à faire ça. Voilà, tac, tac, super, voilà. Parcours.
J'ai appris déjà.
I've already learned how to push my limits. There are things I've done I never thought I could do.
Doucement, tac.
In my head, I'm thinking, I can't do it, but actually by practicing, I can.
En pratiquant un petit peu.
Parkour requires no equipment other than running shoes and imagination, which is not a bad formula for life itself.
I don't think people take time to dream. It's very important to have a passion or something close to your dream. We find a new way to express ourselves, to have creativity and to believe on what you want to do. It's the most important point.
Sebastien is forging the future of the new France.